Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. So this video concerns Andor Season 2. It's been a long time since we spoke about the Tony Gilroy show, and now we have a very exciting update from the man himself. Now when it comes to Tony, there is a very interesting, I suppose, paradox between the fact this man does not call himself a Star Wars fan, he self-professed he doesn't know much about Star Wars lore outside of these 5 years before Rogue One, and yet, he seems to understand the Star Wars TV format better than most, and as such, many fans consider the first season of Andor some of the best, if not the best, Disney Star Wars to date. And now he's promising the fandom the second season in 2025 is going to be epic, and he describes it as, quote, the most important and biggest project he's ever made. It is something that's become very personal to him. This comes from the playlist and they say this. A few nights ago, Tony received the Ian McLennan Hunter Award for Career Achievement at an event held by the Writers Guild of America, and during a red carpet interview he said this, I've been working on Andor for 5 years now. We're finishing the second half. I've had a lot of fun over the years, but I don't know whether I've done anything as important as these 24 hours of storytelling we're doing now. I've never had the chance to work on something this big. So season 2 sounds like it's going to be an absolute banger. This sounds very promising. And just like the first season, the second is going to bring us the war in Star Wars and really build on that momentum, setting up the first scene of the 2016 Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. So to hear Tony Gilroy say he's proud of the work they've done on season 2 and thinks it's the most important thing he's ever made, that is a very good sign. And so moving on to our next topic, my dear friends, there is a very interesting new article by Forbes.com. You may have seen the reports a few weeks ago about the profits that Disney's made off Star Wars and Marvel, but a new piece is trending that is being taken out of context. It's important to understand the nitty-gritty, and we'll come on to that in just a moment. So what is being said? Despite the raging success of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, according to Forbes, Disney's Star Wars box office profits failed to cover cost of buying Lucasfilm in the first place. They say the profits generated by Disney's acquisition of Star Wars have fallen $2.8 billion short of covering the media giant's purchase of the sci-fi saga's creator studio, Lucasfilm, according to analysis of recently filed financial statements. So, the lowdown is this. The purchase price was $4 billion. The box office profit, according to this piece, is near $1.2 billion. They don't include merchandising, physical media, the streaming service, Disney Plus, and the parks, like Galaxy's Edge. So Forbes say they're taking into account The Force Awakens Episode 7, Episode 8 The Last Jedi, Episode 9 The Rise of Skywalker Solo: A Star Wars Story, and Rogue One. But in total, The Hollywood Reporter say, Disney suggests, including the TV shows, they've generated $12 billion from Lucasfilm. So what I'm saying is that it's very important to read the fine print. I think it's a very good thing Star Wars is returning to the big screen in a couple of years. But the question marks are there of how those movies are going to perform. I think The Mandalorian and Grogu has a much stronger chance than the Rey film. So if we're just judging by box office success, then we're just gonna have to wait and see if these contribute to that figure in any significant way, or is it going to be another Solo: A Star Wars Story? Let's wait and see. Do you think the upcoming Star Wars movies are going to be a box office success? Let me know.